On this car, there's a cord right here, is Canon charge pipes and a PRL, I think, front mount intercooler. That's what we're doing on this one today. Installation video for you guys of the cord community, so you guys could do these things yourself if you are able to with some experience and knowledge, and if you have worked on cars before, go for it. This video is going to help you on you know, installation, how it's just done pretty much. But starting it off with jacking the car up, make sure that the car has the e-brakes are on, and jack it up, but twist the wheels to the right because we got to remove that screw 1, 2, and 3, and same thing on the other side. After you twist, turn the wheels to the left fully, and then you can get those 3 screws, so that'll be 6 screws in total. Since you got the strut bar here, we have to remove that and push that aside because we're going to remove the battery and the hose for the charge pipes.
This is PSI, bro. Hold on.
I'm scared, bro.
Yeah. Russ, do you want anything?
You're a princess.
I got you. I'll take care of you.
Damn, that's how it's coming out. That strut bar in the middle is removed finally, and we made the things tight again. Make sure that the car was on the ground because suspension wise, of course, you don't want it jacked up and then removing it. But I'm sure you don't have the strut bar, so even if you do, make sure the car's on the ground while you do that. Now we'll lift it up. We gotta take we'll start taking off the intake, unplug the grill lights already. We gotta take the intake off. Yeah, you know what? We'll get there once we take this bumper off. So three screws on that side, 3 screws on that side removed. Next step is gonna be removing this clip, this clip, this clip, to remove this panel. This clip, this clip, this clip, this clip right here, this clip all the way along the row, that and that. And then this way the bumper will be released. The only thing's gonna be holding it is clips right here and clips right here, and maybe, I think there's clips in the middle there, but it pulls right off. What we have to do after that is there's push tabs underneath to get the bumper out. There's 2 ways of doing this. There's the push tabs here, the inner ones to remove, but we're not gonna do that ones. We're gonna do the push tabs that is located right here, that's holding the bumper. So it's more closer right here. So these ones on the outside, this is the front lip screws, so ignore that. And this is it right here. These, that's going in a straight line pretty much against the bumper. It's holding it, as you can see there, and repeats that pattern over there. And I think we have to remove this one as well. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna start removing that. But I think we have to because that's also holding the liner over there. So most likely we might remove that too, all right? All right, so once the tabs are off, you can pull off the bumper. And
there's this straight here, three clips.
Yep.
Of this thing in the
You gotta remove this right here. Then after that, the fog lights on each side. That's the only harness you're gonna see unless you have a touring. You're gonna have a sensors, so you're gonna have more clips for the sensors. Not clips, sorry, plugs. So make sure you guys follow that too. Remove those. We're gonna remove that. Loosen this up. Change that socket. And we also gotta remove 10mm bolts. 1, 2. All right. Unplug the sensor right here. Mass airflow sensor. Yeah, press in here and then it should loosen up just like that. Put it aside. And we got, once this is loose, we should be good to go. Put the clamps down because we're taking off this top area off with it. We got the tool here to push pliers to squeeze this clip and push this piece out.
Just loosen, right?
Just loosen, that's it. And this way you could pull this way slowly, move it. If If you have a pick tool, that's perfect. It breaks the seal. And that should open it up. But, yep. So pull that open. There you go. And that should remove that. Like I said, use the pliers. Squeeze this. And this will pop out. Looks like you had a K&N drop-in filter. Just like that. Put this aside. So one's out the way. We're gonna take the filter out. Put the filter right there. Clean spot. And then remove 2 of these 10mm bolts. Then we have to pry onto this thing. You have to remove this as well. This way, you could do it. Say take pry these open as well, these 4. So we have to remove this. So we have space to pull this out because this is attached to that. They're very fragile, so they might break easily. See? That's why you can buy more on Amazon. And
once it breaks,
we have extra to cover this anyway, so that's fine. Pull them out. But be prepared for this though. Yep. Yeah. That's good. It won't come out all the way. Just loosens up. That's it. Yep. Just pull them out. So we're gonna drop them.
25 and above, you're risking it. You know.
So that part, it's got a grommet underneath. It's super tight.
There's a problem.
You have to pull it straight up.
It can be in the future. You know what I mean? So. I'd pay attention
Yep.
to that.
I want to show you guys how much he's gonna struggle right now. So just so you guys know how tight that spot is. Pull up. Use those muscles. You can't do that. You gotta pull it up constantly, then it will come right out.
But BT has the same issue with Hondas and Z's. You know, I had a 370Z before.
Nope. You gotta
off too. How's your
pull up.
when you let go of the steering wheel? Is it pretty straight?
Don't let it go back down. And keep pulling it up.
So once you get the alignment and you still have the issues, then you might have a problem. You know what I mean? But if it
Keep pulling up. It's a little bit loose from before, so it'll pop right open. Pull up, not towards you fully, but upwards at like a 15 degree angle.
it's a good car, man. Fucking nice.
No, yeah, I'm trying to get it real nice.
No, it's nice. Fucking nice. Get it,
Yep.
bro.
Those of you guys who've been through the struggle, comment below. And smash the like button for this. It takes all energy out of you. Alright, so it's tough to remove that anyway right now, but either way, for charge pipes, we have to take this off anyway, so we're just going to take the battery off. So the first thing you want to do is remove the negative first, and then remove the positive. And after that, we have to take this nut out. Make sure you don't drop the piece, and we have to, this is probably just the cover, which you just loosen off, and then just don't drop the piece again. Just when you loosen it, hold on to it. Hold on to this part in the bot, the anchors, and it should be good to go. This piece will come off, then we should be able to take off the battery. So after you guys loosen that up, don't take it out completely. If there's hooks, that's why. Otherwise, you will drop the hook down. So same thing on this side. I'm about to find out. Yep, the hook. So looks like that. Next up, just lift up the battery. Before you take it off, make sure you guys take a picture of it so you know which side's negative, which side's positive. The way I see it is you see red marks over here. It says X, but it says red colors. That's how I'm like, all right, plus is there. You see plus there, minus there, in case you guys don't see it or you guys don't know. This is most likely all black, so obviously I just see it as like, all right, this is negative. I see a little bit of red here, so I'm like red sign, so it's positive. Even if it says positive and negative, just, you know, take a picture of it before you take it off so you don't twist it the opposite way around by accident, stuff like that. So just a heads up for somebody who's trying it for the first time. And just lift up both sides. Yep, just like that. Yeah, put it on the clean spot. And then we gotta remove this tray as well that comes with it. Here, the tray goes on there. And then I believe that's 12. There's one here, one there. And again, take a picture of it or make a video because you want to make sure you put them back together. This way you don't have anything extra left over. You got some here. I think that should remove this thing. Yeah, but if there's more, we'll see. I think this might, nope, that should remove that piece. Yeah, these two for now. Go ahead. Still got more. Still got way more. Yep, that big one. Show them the thread. This is how much thread it's gonna be. Just letting you guys know so you don't drop it down. Next one right there.
This thing.
Yep.
I think this is probably smaller.
It's the same one.
Doesn't. Kind of loose.
Yeah, you grab a smaller size. See, sockets may be worn. When you guys use the same socket too much, it gets worn from the inside. So always keep a second spare. All right, update. That second one's removed. Another 12 is right here. I moved that out the way. The nice.
Not including the chrome, right? Just the fucking light.
That does it. So it's loosened. So the third bolt is right there. Second one's removed now. That one's removed. The third one right here.
I never know when.
A Ninja. So let's see if it's still stuck, which is now movable. But as you can see, it's stuck to those two bolts right here as well. So remove those two 10mm, all right? That's next. And then you should be able to move the tray out. Quick thing to remove this clip right here. You literally have to pull this piece out a little bit outwards and the clip comes out, then you can slide this up from this middle bracket right there, all right? And now we should be able to remove this because to remove that big piece, we have to remove another bolt from underneath this intake area. So now we should have enough space to pull this intake up without having issue to blocking this area. We should be good.
Find another.
There you go. Pops up just like that. That's what's holding it.
So strong.
Just this piece right here. So make sure you guys use a little bit of, you know, lubrication, oil, whatever you might have. So you could put this piece back onto here and then you could press it back down when you're putting it back in, okay? And to remove this piece, this is what's holding it right now. Even that piece down there is a 12 and 10-10. That's also holding it down to remove this whole bracket. So, and remove two 10s from here and a 12. Now it's removed. Let's remove the bracket, see what happens. Oh, there we go. Let's not jinx it. Oh, push tabs. There we go, we jinxed it. There you go. And then the whole piece comes out. There you go. And huge tree is gone, the intake area is gone. So now we have access to these pipes that we have to take off. We also got to take off this piece as well. And yeah, these sensors got to be unplugged and we have to transfer the sensors. So let's just do it step by step, guys. Just gonna loosen these two clamps. And we're gonna use a pick tool to break the seal of these hoses here, because then it's easily removable. But if you twist them and pull, it'll come out. But if you use a pick tool, if you don't have a pick tool, use like a really small flathead to get in there. It will break the seal and then that'll come off. But you don't need the flathead. We have a pick tool here. So You could use any degree angle, but I like the 90-degree angles to break it because it would go in there and you go around. This, you would potentially, as you can see when you go in, you would potentially tear the rubber apart and make a hole in a leak. So this is the best one, and you go around it. Just like that, right here. So you literally go in there, and you would break the steel if you go forward and backward motion. See that? Oh, make sure you guys can see. So if you're gonna go there and go in this section, wait. So just use a pick tool to kind of break the seal in a few spots, and then it should be able to pull it out. Nope. Break it from that side too. It's the bottom parts. Look, there you go. See how the seal's broken now completely? Now it'll come out easy. Just like that. So you would do with the rest, but make sure you don't drop the clamps. So grab them and then put them back onto the stock one, because we're gonna use the new one anyway. Put them back on the stock one here and make them tight so you don't lose them and you don't mix them with anything else. And go on that side. You would use a pick tool again. Should be good. You're gonna have one bolt over here to remove this pipe. Directly right down there. Where is it? But it's with this pipe though, it's down there. Yep, right there, right there. Oh, let me show the bolt. Right there. That's the bolt. You gotta come off. And once you come back here, you gotta remove this bolt as well. But if you want to make the process easy, let's see if it's gonna be moved to anything at all or not. Yeah, so we gotta remove that anyway because we're gonna put intercooler as well, so we gotta take that out. And there's gonna be a bolt over here too in the corners to remove this. So we have to push the liner down because there's a bolt down here at an angle that's holding this pipe. So there's another bolt here. And I believe this has to be loosened up as well right here to get this pipe out completely. This is the bolt I'm talking about. Once the liner's off, I put two clip push tabs right here and remove them back, and it's right there. That's what's got to be removed. All right, so this pipe just came off of this part, just so the guys are not confused. He's getting that socket over there in the corner that's holding that part, and you also got to loosen this up over here. That's the intercooler resonator delete, what people do usually, to take this out and put a plug in there. But for this, we're gonna remove that part out. So these bolts, they won't come out completely. They come out, they get loose, but the rubber piece, rubber housing is holding it down there. Focus, there you go. So as long as you take it out the hole from that spot, you're good to go. This way you gotta remove that one bolt that I told you guys about, and then another bolt that's here, and it's holding the intercooler over there. And just loosen that up, break the seal, and we should be able to pull out this hose. Quick thing, fam, remove the harness. It's a push tab with the hose that's holding the harness down. Remove that as well. All right, and then you should be able to remove this piece off at an angle, of course, because you gotta wiggle it and stuff, and comes off. That's the tough side right here. Now that that part is removed, the pipe, we're gonna work on removing this pipe now. And also this small hose right here that isn't held by much, just two clamps, 1 and 2 clamps that's holding the hose, no plugs or anything. Yep, just 2 clamps. And we'll remove this pipe as well. It's held by 2 12mm bolts. I have to unplug this and unplug that. So once this is removed, we have to loosen this up and bring this clamp up using a needle nose pliers. Bring that up. So we gotta take this off. And we should be able to pull this open and transfer this sensor right here. The small sockets right here, bolts I mean. I don't know what size is it, maybe an 8 possibly. To remove that, and we're gonna transfer this sensor onto the PRL pipe, or the charge pipes, all right? All right, these two are loosened up. Take them out. This is how long the threads are, so you don't drop it, so you'll know when to stop. Take that too. And then there's a push tab, so you push that in. Comes off, push tab here as well. Oh. So just push that tab in here. It should open up. It's tough one hand, so just that. There you go. So that comes off. This comes off as well. And now what's holding it pretty much, it's that one needle nose plier. Pull this clamp up. Pick tool to loosen the hose, pull that up, and the clamp here. All right. So if you pull that out, just like that, you will have more space to work with removing the tube. This hose right here. Use a 90-degree pick tool and move it around, and that should pull it up. All right, that should do it. All right, so the pipes are out finally after like an hour and a half. Now we have to remove this stock part. So what needs to be removed on this one is not much, just that bracket right there, holding a 10. Focus that 10 right there. Because it's held by this piece right here, like the bracket support, I guess. And then this bracket needs to be removed as well. This bracket to bring the sensor down, which is held by a 10 right there. So that needs to be removed. And there should be 10s, 2 10s right there, 10 and a 10 in the bottom to loosen the sensor bracket down. So it's easy to be, so it can come down pretty much. This bracket needs to come down. The sensor will be still attached to this bracket, so it's all aligned. It's not moved anything or anything like that. And this one over here gotta be removed by these, I think 12 again, this one, and on top as well behind this. But if you remove this bracket, a 10 right there, this piece, 10. And you should be able to have access to that 12 and that 12 as well, and that another 10 over there that's holding the bracket supporter, I guess. And then you should be able to pull this out. Yeah, should be able to pull this thing out then. So let's do it. Get that 10. It's probably gonna, so it's supported by that, pretty much holding this thing here. You don't have to remove that right yet. So next step is that one right there. That one. That one.
This one, right?
Yep. That's it. Remove that. And it's so hard to like align that up when you're putting it back on. It's tough. So I use a magnetic tool to line it up. And once that's done, then I just use the drill to get it there. Yep. It needs the magnetic tool. It's right here. You don't need it. It's gonna fall down. There it is. Put this aside. The black one's for the top. And now this is loose. Okay, so next up is right here. 10. 10. So now, as you can see, we're not gonna touch the sensor. We have a 12 and a 12 that we're gonna have access to once we remove this tenor here. Oh, there it is. Okay. You can use the magnetic tool to grab it, or you can slide under and grab it with the fingers. Then it will drop down, so we'll leave it there. And a 10, it's holding the, so as you can see now that the hangers are off, ow. And now you can put this down just like that. So now you have space to work with. See, you can grab this now. And then you have space to get that. Just like that. For the hangers to come off pretty much. Now then 2 12s here. And then you can pull this off. All right, that's off. And now putting this one on. Open this guy up. All right, side by side. This is it. Look at that size. Top view. And then the bottom. Let's put it on. All right, so it needs to be transferred to this rubber piece that's in the bottom. And another rubber piece there, and the top hangers with the rubber. Yep, and behind it, real quick, you have to put the O-ring that you're gonna get. You put the O-ring in there for seal. Once you make it tight, and let's put it back on. So now we're starting to put these on. So it says PRL that way. That's how it's gonna go in. So P is gonna be out, and it's gonna tell you right there PRL CTR throttle body coupler.
How about these ones? Does it matter which one?
Over here. Yeah, you have to get they're small and long. That's the long ones. I mean big ones, and that's the small ones. So we're gonna use the big ones over here with the big pipes. Let's do that one first. Take out the 8mm bolts. So taking it this out, just wiggle sideways and pull up. All right, never mind. So make sure you guys do it on the side because the bolt was still in there. Don't touch the sensors. Let me just put it on the table. Put the second bolt here. Luckily, that bolt dropped over here. So do it on the side where it's gonna be open. This was this sensor. So we gotta go right in that. Goes right in.
Yep.
And then you just line up that spot and tighten them up. Do the same thing for the other sensor, and that's where the tube is gonna go. And we're gonna put the 2 12s right here. So the coupling over here is not tight yet because we still have to push this in there, and we have to line up these 2 bolts here. So we might have to maneuver a little bit here and there. That's why we didn't tighten up the clamp there yet. So one clamp's gonna go here, then we'll line up this spot, right? So easy, put the clamp back on here. These bolts lined up, and that's in right there. Like I said, don't make this tight yet. Now you can make this clamp tight, which is right here. We'll bring the clamp down here, which is right here, and you can make the other clamp tight as well. Just ensure that it's already fully in, just like that. See that? Then we can make that clamp tight. We should be good to go from here. Just put the back in connections back in. Those for that, and that other connections for the other side. So just connect the sensors back in. All right. So we got that lined up. We sealed that intercooler resonator, what it's called, right there. That's sealed up because you won't be using it anymore. And this is lined up perfect. And you don't have to make this bolt too tight because you still have to move it around. Make yours tight. And then he's gonna make the other one tight over there and set in the middle, that one bolt that's over there. And everything here is just make sure you guys double check all these bolts and clips. Make sure it's all done properly before you even start putting everything back together. And we just gotta put the one of those tube here, one and over here, and one here down here to connect this part right there. And yeah, all right. That's in, the pipes are in, everything is tight. double, triple check everything before you put the frame in. And should line up underneath the holes, remember? And then just put the bolts back on from where you removed them. All right, the frame's in. Bolt, make sure it's tight. Make sure this is all tight. That's tight. 2 10s, 1 12 there, and 2 10s right here. Push this click back in, this clip, and that tab right there. Then you can put the cover for the battery, and we'll put the intake here and put the 2 10s. Yeah, put the hose back on, make it tight, kind of reverse the process. Well, the best way to put this rubber piece back on here is put some lubrication here, and that should be easily pushed in over there. Should be good. Come on, line it up. Push down.
Where's this thing?
See? Line up that. And push down. There you go. See?
And how come
How easy that was?
so
And look,
freaking
now
so hard to
how you know
remove.
it's good. It's stuck. So that's it. And then you gotta put these two screws back on the bolt 10s, which is
We put it here.
over there. Yep, that's it. That's it. 2
10s.
4 in 1.
The long
And
ones.
we've got to put this back on and put 4 new clips. Keep it in place. Put the filter back in the way it was, and yeah. All right, it's done.
Where the keys at?
There it is. And bumper's back on. He's gonna start it up. Hopefully it works. All right.